All right, Racin with Neal on the road show in the pits here at the Abilene Southern Challenge 2013 edition, and we're here in the pit for Chase Allen, driver of the Cam chassis number 930. He's sitting on a pole here tonight. But what we want to know is a little bit about the Chase Allen Motorsports chassis that has, seems to be taking the world by storm here in the South Central region. Chase, you brought about 10 of the Chase Allen cars here this weekend, or I say you have. Your competitors have brought about 10 of those Chase Allen cars here, and already 5 of them are qualified in for tonight's Big A. And man, that's got to be something pretty special to get that many of your cars in the big money race.
Yeah, we feel pretty good about it, but the car's only as good as the drivers, so we're fortunate to have the drivers we have in them too, to be able to put them in the front and to put them in the show. I hate to take all the credit for that one, because some of these guys have been winning for a long time, but we are very fortunate to have them, and we're glad that all of them made it in the show, and hopefully one of us will be able to pull the win off tonight. So,
well, I would not be surprised to see that at all. The Chase Allen Motorsports chassis have certainly been performing well wherever they go. Something that has stood out to me in some interviews that I've done, I interviewed Chris Elliott, I interviewed Chad Melton, and Kevin Sester, and there's a recurring theme about the Cam chassis in all 3 of those interviews, and it's about how the car turns, how easy the car turns. And it seems like you've been able somehow to hit upon something that gets those modifieds through the corners better and with less effort than the cars that they've raced in the past. Is that the take? Is that something that you tried to do when you built the car?
I think we spent a little bit more time on the front end than a lot of people. It all starts there. You can do all you want to at the rear, but if you ain't got front turn the tires, you're kind of SOL. I think we're a little bit further ahead than a lot of people on the front end stuff. But that's just the occurring ball. I mean, next year somebody else might come across it, and then we're going to have to step it up and come out with something even better. That's the cool part about building chassis. If you stay the same, you're going to get past. So we try to stay on top of it. We've actually came out with a new car with a new front end that's even better. You should see it next year. Kevin's got one coming. Kenny Stone, Pat McGuire, myself, Tommy. There's actually a lot of them. I guess I'll try to name all them. Dean Abbey, he's moving to the modified ranks to go for the modified championship. He's got a new Cam car coming. Keith White, he's got one coming. So we definitely have a lot of new people coming along in the IMCA ranks. And then step over the outlaw stuff, we got Cody Smith. He's really good. Trevor Egbert, he's moving to the USMTS stuff. He's a really good racer. We got a lot of good guys, and that's what it takes. I mean, your car can be good. You could have the best car in the world, but if you ain't got a good driver in it, you're just wasting your time. So we're fortunate enough to have the guys we have in them.
Well, absolutely, and I'm sure you're getting a lot of good feedback from a lot of those top-notch drivers like that help you fine-tune the car. But another edge that can certainly give you is just what you were talking about. You have to stay on the outside edge of that curve to stay ahead of everybody, and by having good quality drivers like that can give some quality feedback, that helps you do that, I would think.
Yeah, I tell you what, when we started about to be 4 years ago, it was just me. We got a few customers, ones that are still with us, very loyal. We struggled at first. I think the key is to getting the good drivers in your cars, and you get feedback from so many different people. I mean, you get a guy like Kevin Sester, he's done about all a guy can do in the IMCA South and go north and do good. And you get a guy like Tommy Fain, GW Egbert last year in the modified division, 20 wins at pretty much 2 tracks, and he only ran 1 track half the season. He gave us excellent feedback. PJ Egbert, he was really well with us. All these people help build your program. I mean, like I said every day, is name off names that people have helped us. And by having that, you're able to listen to what one guy says, another guy says, and you watch how one guy drives, and you watch how another guy drives. And as a chassis builder, you learn to put all that together, and you say, okay, this guy drives like this. Here's what we learned from that. This guy drives like this. Here we learned from that. And there's no perfect setup for everybody. There's a setup for each and every person. And I think that's where we are going to be long term, are going to keep growing, as we understand that. We know that just because this guy won tonight doesn't mean the same setup's going to win with the next guy the next night. You have to watch how the guy drives. He has to chase the track, and the racer himself has to be knowledgeable. These guys are making their own decisions at the racetrack. And yeah, we help them a lot to get to the racetrack, but they got to know what they're doing when they get there. And that's, I think, where we're growing. We also got a couple top name USMTS guys that are coming on board next year, and I think that's even going to make our program a lot better, growing wise. So,
well, I would think that's certainly going to make a big difference. And one thing that's really important is you're talking about the adjustments the drivers have to make at the racetracks. You have to build that adjustability into those cars. So that's got to be part of your program, I would think, to build that adjustability into the cars, not only the front end but the rear end as well.
We built a real simple car. I see a lot of guys put a lot of adjustments in their cars and stuff, and I think we got our stuff pretty good right now. We don't have a lot of adjustments, real simple stuff, and we make minor adjustments for each driver, and I think that stops the driver from being able to dial himself out. He just learns to drive the car the way it is, and we get a lot of our guys do say our cars are very easy to drive, and I think that's the key. I mean, if you got a car that the guy feels confident to go out and run 50 laps in and not get worn out and not have to fight the car, he's going to have a lot more confidence to drive the car harder because he knows it's going to turn. And I think that's what we're trying to build on, is keep doing that. And maybe one day we'll have a couple IMSA national championships and maybe even a USMTS if we can keep going the way we are, I hope. So that's our game plan.
Well, it looks like you're well on the way to getting that done. Tell us a little bit about where the chassis are built and where the hometown is and the phone number in case somebody's interested in getting one of them.
We're from Midlothian, Texas, my hometown. Shop number is 214-810-RACE. We're not far from, I guess, DFW. I think we're 30 miles from Dallas, 30 miles from Fort Worth, so we're kind of right in the center. If anybody ever wants anything, they can also call my cell phone, 214-460-5791. We answer that at all times also. So, also, we're looking to hire a few people if anybody's interested in the racing world that they want to step up and make that a career. We're looking to hire a few people for that too. So give us a call or check us out on Facebook at Cam Chassis, or you can go to our website, chaseislandmotorsports.com.
All right, folks. Well, there you have it from the owner and the driver of the Cam Chassis number 930 here this weekend, sitting on the pole, ready to get it done. But a little insight from the inside of the Chase Allen Motorsports world and what Chase Allen is trying to accomplish here this weekend, as well as in the racing community as a whole.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody who's a part of us that comes back, new customers we got, the people who keep returning. We are very fortunate to have you guys. Not only do you put the food on our table, but you also you put a lot of feel good in what we do. You make us want to make a better product, and you help us make a better product. So I want to say thanks to everybody who does that. So.
All right, well, there you have it, folks, from the pits at the Southern Challenge. Racin with Neal on the Road Show.